I'm going up the country, babe, don't you wanna go? I'm going up the country, babe, don't you wanna go? Take you to some place I've never been before. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. We can jump in the water, stay drunk all the time. Gonna leave this city, got to get away. Gonna leave this city, got to get away. All the fussing and fighting, man, you know I sure can't stay. The bag back and leave the trunk, you know you've got to stay. And just exactly where we're going, can't stay. But we might even leave the USA. It's a brand new game that I just want to play. I know you see me running, all screaming and crying. I guess you've got a whole man, and I've got mine. I'm going up the country, babe, don't you wanna go? I'm going up the country, babe, don't you wanna go? Take you someplace I've never been before. I'm going where water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. Can't jump in the water, stay drunk all the time. I'm gonna leave this city, got to get away. I'll leave this city, got to get away. All this fussing and fighting, and no, I sure can't stay. You better pack and leave your trunk, you know you've got to stay. Just exactly where we're going, can't stay. But we might even leave the USA. It's a brand new game that I just want to play. I know you see me running, all screaming and crying. Because you've got a whole man, and I've got mine.
make a mistake. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it all comes together, baby. Sometimes you're a fool in love. Sometimes you're the Louisville slugger, baby. Sometimes you're the ball. Sometimes it all comes together, baby. Sometimes you're gonna lose it all. Yeah. You gotta know happy, you gotta know glad, because you're gonna know lonely and you're gonna know sad. When you're ripping and riding and you're coming on strong, you start slipping and sliding and it all goes wrong. Because sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it all falls together, baby. Sometimes you're a fool in love. Sometimes you're the Louisville slugger, baby. Sometimes you're the ball. Sometimes it all comes together, baby. Sometimes you're gonna lose it all, yeah. You're a stone. Everything can change in the blink of an eye. So let the good times roll before we say goodbye. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it all comes together, but sometimes you're a fool in love. Sometimes you're the Louisville slugger, baby. Sometimes you're the ball. Sometimes it all comes together, baby. Sometimes you're gonna lose it all. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it all comes together, baby. Sometimes you're a fool in love. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it all comes together, baby. Sometimes you're just a fool in love.
Me and the boys that I knew in school were 30 years old and stubborn as a herd of mules. We get all cleaned up on a Saturday night. We say yes to the girls when they ask if they look alright. Load up the cars and ride around, roll down the windows and we go to town. And we talk too slow, drive too fast, we're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are, the way things used to be, the boys and me. The phone rings, it's a call of the wild. And the clothes we wear have finally come back in They may not be true, but we sure do remember them well. We work hard to have a little fun, roll up our sleeves and get the job done, son. We talk too slow, drive too fast, we're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are the way things used to be, the boys and me. We talk too slow, drive too fast, we're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are the way things used to be, the boys and me, the boys and me, the boys.
town living gets old when you got big dreams. Feels like you can only think as far as you can see. 18 tatted up trying to sell weed, knowing I'd take the fall for the whole team. Wasn't trying to hear it every time that you told me. It's the sound of the rain coming down when you fall asleep. It's a call from a friend that you love but never get to see. All the time you could waste trying to chase what you'll never need. Hope you come back around to simple things. How's it been 4 or 5 years since I got down on my knees? And how could I forget the sweet smell of the honeysuckles in the breeze? Would've never thought trying to chase this dream gave me nightmares, now I get no sleep. Nowadays seems like the only thing that calms me is the sound of the rain coming down when you fall asleep. It's a call from a friend that you love but never get to see. All the time you can waste trying to chase what you'll never need. Always comes back around to simple things, like a song that you know from the past coming on when you need it so bad. Like a drink in your glass at the end of the day that you needed to have. Yeah, I try and still sometimes I'm missing you. Lately I've been asking myself what's enough. It's the sound of the rain coming down when you fall asleep. It's a call from a friend that you love but never get to see. All the time you can wait trying to chase what you'll never need. Always comes back around a simple thing. Simple thing.
I know.
Well, that's yeah.
Crazy.
Right. Sir Chicken. What's up, buddy?
Where are we?
Right here.
Right, Wyoming.
Yeah. The right hotel, so.
We're in the middle of nowhere, right next to nothing. We're getting gas in now, though. And liquor. Wow. That's Subway sandwich.
That's what you need.
Oh, no. Huh?
That's what you need. A bunch of gas. Get some liquor and get liquored up. Go shoot.
Shit, you can buy a gun in Sonora and have a beer at the same time.
I love that place. That is just so cool, man. Sportsman, right?
Yeah. They don't have a very good gun selection, but the thought, just a thought, I guess.
myself today, thinking how have I changed, how I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay. Now I'm feeling those winter blues, but I don't wanna cry. All we ever do is laugh it off, and I'm sick and I don't know why. Do you remember that night we met? I thought you looked so fine. I guess we have to agree to disagree for this one last time. Pretty weird that day when we did not exchange our hellos. I wasn't looking out for you, I'm sorry, I'm so shallow. But I'm still looking forward to watching part 2 of Deathly Hallows with you. Much at all here in this small town, 'cause in the end we're all buried deep inside the same hole in the ground.